Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another broadcast of Find Ways to Win. I am your host. I hope you guys have FitzgeraldStephens. Hope everyone had a great day since the last time we connected. A great day since the last time we connected. Hope your family's doing well. Hope you're staying on your purpose. Hope you're moving towards it. And if not, let's just figure out a way to help you get there. The past is the past. Make peace with yourself. The past is the past. Make peace with yourself. You will never ever get the time back that's already spent. No matter how much we may crave it, no matter how much we may desire it, or no matter how much we may regret it. Once time is spent through the hourglass of eternity, you're never going to get it back. Many of the decisions we've made have been phenomenal. We can look back on some of the choices we have made. It's been great. Many of those decisions are still blessing us and others, and in ever expanding ways. Many decisions we made have been disastrous and not so good, and we're reaping some of the consequences of those bad decisions. Whatever it is, and whatever and wherever ever you are in your life right now, you can't go back. It's no sense in punish yourself. What should have been, what could have been, who left you, who stayed, what houses you lost, what jobs you lost, what opportunities you lost, how you should have been more disciplined, how you should have been more assertive or more focused, and maybe even more humble at times. You have to forget all that. All you have right now is today, is the now. You don't have the future. You certainly can't go in the past. So we need to focus on making peace with ourselves, with the decisions that we have made. And when I say make peace, I mean entirely peace with yourself. Do you love who you are? Do you love the person you have become? Many of people, because of some of their past choices, have grown to the point that they don't like themselves. In fact, some people actually hate themselves or have a disdain for themselves, as if that punishment is going to serve you or anyone any good. It's not. Many people have a great self-esteem of themselves, and or they once had a great self-esteem, and somewhere they let it go down over the years because of maybe some harsh words that's been said, or maybe some harsh things that's been done. You have to let that go. You cannot move forward in today, in your future, certainly, while holding on to the past. You just simply can't do it. It is impossible to keep pondering over things that would seemingly happen very good in your past, and keep holding onto that as a reason why you feel you should be successful now. Not so. It doesn't work like that. Often we are involved in an ever doing on do-it-yourself project. We're constantly improving. We're constantly looking at ways to how we're going to get better. We're constantly looking at ways of what can we do to advance our causes. What do we need to change? And the biggest thing that's needed to be changed is right here. It's your thinking that's killing you, or it's your thinking that's advancing you. It's the primary way, the way you feel about life and the way you go about your outlook of life. That's what inspires you to live a glorious presence, or defeat its past. How you see things, how you view yourself, how you view the matter. Is the glass half empty? Is it half full? Uh, is, is the job is the job uh, is the job almost completed, or you look like you have so far to go? Are you looking at yourself through the eyes of now? Are you looking at yourself through the eyes of right here and right now? Well, that's good if you're looking at a positive image of yourself through the lives of right here and right now. It's bad if you're looking at yourself through the eyes of regret. What could have been? What chances you blown? Who left you? Who you wish to have been with you? What child the fellowship has been broken for those of you who are parents. What parent relationship has been broken or destroyed, how many friends have been lost through unkind words, and or maybe just simple misunderstanding. How many lies have brought you to a sense of ruin, especially the lies you talk about yourself, even lies that people have betrayed on you. You can't take any of that back. That's why it's foolish to spend any of your time today worrying about what happened yesterday. Often there's been many a times that I've worried about things that concern my thought present and pay and giving up my sleep and giving up my peace for things for dread that I thought would happen that never happened, never materialized. Yet all that peace and that anxiety, that came, the lack of peace, should I say, and anxiety was for nothing. Many of those things haven't happened, and they still haven't happened. You can create chaos in your mind, or you can create slander in your mind. It all depends on how you're looking at things, how you see it. The past is but for one thing, to glean its lessons. Once you extract the lessons, it is applied to create a better present, a better future. That's the only thing you can glean from the past that's going to serve you well. Many people, as I stated earlier, they get wrapped up on the great things that happened, how so good everything was going. It seemed they were on top of the world, only to lose that status, to lose that favor, and now they feel like life is not even worth living anymore. Or many of people, it seem like they never so-called get a break. And we could talk about that a little later on in this stream. Only understand that the break is given by you. I mean, you have to believe in you. You have to instill that belief in you, and you got to work hard on getting that belief and maintaining that belief and perpetuating and growing that belief that you just sit at the table of kings and queens just like they are. Your life is no more less valuable than the wealthiest person on earth. It's the way you think. It's the way you're looking at things. Are you planning? Are you have you taken the past and you said, I see a similar situation that I took this road right here and it led to great blessings, or that I should not have taken this road here. I did anyway, and it set me back for sometimes even years. So I know once I see certain things in my life, I know to avoid that because I have experience now, and that's one thing for the younger listeners on this stream. It's not that we elders know know so much more to you, or don't or should be listened to because we're elders, because some of us have gray hairs and all. That's not the thing. Reason we should be listened to because many of the things that you're dealing with and you're talking about going through, we've already lived. That's called experience. They can't teach you that in a textbook. Your friends and your peers who are your age can't teach you because they don't have the experience. They haven't crossed that situation yet. Or in reading about something is not necessarily experiencing something. You reading about something can't tell you the butterflies that once you come to that path, or that path, or the fear that's going to rise up in your heart, or how you gotta summon up a courage that you ain't don't even realize was there. It's not going to tell you that. It's not going to tell you how to properly how your adrenaline is beating at that time, and how your feet are moving because they know they can't stay still. But it's not telling you that, it's not telling you how you got to move with purpose. It's not telling you about timing. There's timings for actions. All actions, there is timing if you're going to get the maximum benefit out of it. And so that's one thing to why the youth should listen to the elders, because it's simply about our experience, our life experience. Sure. Well, many of us have educational degrees, some higher than others. I will say this. I have a degree from one of the best schools in the southeast, but nevertheless, that degree cannot compare to the experience that I've learned. The degree does not overshadow my experience that I've learned as a 59-year-old male. That experience is much more invaluable. That experience makes my degree more valuable. So because I'm not the same now as I was at 19, as I am now at 59. That there's vast amount of experiences that I have been through in those 40 years. There's vast amount of the setbacks I've experienced, and knowing how to overcome those, and vast amount of victories and achievement. Having victories and knowing what it is to lose victory because you don't have the maturity to hold on to it. I could tell you stories after stories after stories, but those come through experience. How I deal with people, how I choose to engage certain things in my life in order for maximum benefit. Those comes with experience, and often experience is paid for through the by the wage of pain. Going through something that like you don't ever want to be bought in that again. You don't ever want to experience that again. So you have to make peace with yourself. I mean, because you made mistakes, you're not a mistake. Because you have chosen a wrong path doesn't make you a wrong person. You may have done some pretty foul things to some good people in your life, or people who were sent to help you, but you got to come to the realization you choose not to be that person anymore. And when someone come accusing you of your past, you let them know the past is dead. You get the new you to answer the door, and just say, I don't live here anymore. I'm not that person anymore. For whatever I did to you, hey, please forgive me. I want to make it right if we can, but if not, you got to go on with the revelation of what you are now. What do you learn now, and create a better you. See, these things are so important. Often y'all talk about these things on my streams, and and it's designed to help break the mental blocks in your head, or break the lack of not having a sense of direction, or any of the number of things. But you are the finished product. You are the key product. So the purpose of Find Ways to Win is to work on you. You see, if we over here can get your thinking right, we're going to get your action right. If we're going to get your actions right, we're going to get your living right. If we're going to get your living right, we're going to get your money right. If we're going to get your money right, we're going to get a whole other things right. And then we're going to get a glorious future right for you and your offspring. That's what we're about. That we tried to instill belief in you. Wait a minute. All this punishing yourself, or having too much pride or cockiness about yourself. Hey, that's not going to serve you in the long run. You got to understand that pride does come before destruction, and you're no exception to that. That God exalts the humble, and you're no exception to that. There are certain rules and certain patterns and certain things you have to be looking out for. Certain pitfalls in life. You can fall into a very, very seemingly very unimportant decision, whether you choose to lock your lives with someone who you once supposed to, or you choose to lock your life with someone who you should have locked your life with, and then you lock your life with the wrong person, especially in deep relationship. The deepest, of course, being marriage or even business. Do you realize you can set yourself back somewhere along the line of 20 something years of that one decision? 20 something years of lost opportunities, and talked about what you could have been and what you should have been, if had this person went and came in your life, and had you had that decision went and availed itself to you. Yeah, I can kind of agree with you, but I also want to let you know you chose him or her. That was your choice. You was the one that said you was in love. You was the one that said this is the greatest business thing since Google. That you were the one that said I gotta go this way forward. Ignoring all the red flags. You was the one that went forward like that. And then now you're going to sit up here and blame yourself and curse yourself and stuff. That's done. This is why this message is so important. The past is the past. You have to make peace with yourself. What good does it do to keep punishing, do to keep wasting time, precious time, on something that you can build, on something you should be building for yourself right the heck now? Many of us have more time behind us than we do in front of us. Are we going to just sit up here and just waste it, dwelling on what could have been, what should have been, or dwelling on the wife left me, the husband left me, the children won't speak to me, even the dog got tired of me, he ran away. Are we going to dwell on that? Or are we going to get new relationships in our lives? Are we going to get new vigor for life? Are we going to thank God for the day that we have? And are we going to move on with a sense of passion and purpose and power that we can achieve and still have our dreams? While there is life left in your body, you still have time. That breath you just took a little bit ago, that's a gift from God. You still have time. Things can be turned around in a moment, in an hour, in a day, with the right phone call, with the right email, with the right person meeting you at a cafe or in your mosque or synagogue or wherever your prospective place you'd like to go. It can happen in a moment. Look for those things. Look for those things. You remind yourself, I am not my past. I am not my past. I'm going to create something glorious. I'm going to move towards something wonderful, and I'm going to move something towards something powerful in my life. Now, let me look at a couple things. Hey, Rudy, how you doing? To Mr. Bear, no, I'm not involved in carrot bars right now. That actually that went out. But I do have some other interests that I'm involved in. You can find more information about that within the description of the videos, and you click on that, and then it'll give you some information about that. Well, we appreciate you guys so much for chiming in and so much for tuning in. You are going to have problems in this life. Get used to it. Sometimes you graduate from one problem, and yes, I do mean graduate, and you graduate when you learn the lesson. You graduate from one problem, only be gone only to be ushered into sometimes even a bigger problem. Because there are elevations in overcoming. There are elevations in overcoming, and you have to look. Hey, okay, God, what are you trying to teach me now? What lesson that I need to learn? You have to look at sometimes your problems that's preparing for you for something that you're gonna have to have instilled in you in order to help get you to the position that you're striving to get to. And more importantly, in order to help you maintain. My father taught me anybody can get something. Anybody can get a woman. Anybody can get a job. Anybody can get anything they want, a house. The trick is, can you keep it? Trick is, can you keep it? Can you hold on to it? Anybody can get an attractive woman, attractive male. Yes, I mean anybody. But do you have the belief in yourself that you can? Do you have the belief that there's someone out there, above average for you? In order to have belief in that, you got to first of all believe that you're above average. Get this average out of your mind. Get this stuff out of your mind. You just want to do average thing and make average money and live an average life. That doesn't require any change. That doesn't require anything. You just fall out of bed and and you boom, you're average. No, you just go around the day without any vision, without any hope, without any drive and aspirations. Welcome, you're average. Go out there average looking. Don't take care of yourself. Don't hit the gym. Don't do a lot of things that will enhance you. And I'm not talking about a whole bunch of dead makeup and a whole bunch of false stuff to prop the body up. I'm talking about, first of all, building up the mind. But yeah, you want to look good. You want to eat good. You want to eat clean. You want to be clean. You want to be attractive, and you want to send out good stuff. To your atmosphere that will attract the things you want. And there's a certain way you got to prepare for that. But you definitely want to be confident. You want to speak it, walk it, act like it, and believe it, because that's going to attract confidence to you. You want to think of the things that you want, and dismiss the things that you don't want. You want to always to see the day as being bright as sun shining, and as opposed to we're going to get by in the clouds in the sky, and I hope we get through the day and all that. Man, that's talk of a fool. How can you expect to ever be successful if you don't know how to talk it? And how can you believe it if you don't know how to speak it? And how can you speak it if you don't know how to walk in it? I mean, you gotta understand your life is connected. Your life is connected. Forget about all this punish yourself for the past. As of right now, in the end of this stream, let that stuff go. How it's not serving you. It's not serving you, and you will die in your past if you don't. You will die holding on to your past, and you will destroy your future, and your presence will be anguish to you. It'll be nothing but doom and gloom and pain and suffering for you, because you're living back in an area that simply doesn't exist anymore. And you're holding on to something that's long since let go of you. Time moves, ladies and gentlemen. It waits for no one. When I had my birthday on the 8th, and I realized, like, wow, I'm another year older, and like, wow, where did the years go? I don't feel like I was. I feel like I was. But I don't feel like my age and stuff like that. I feel great. But I remember there was a time, ladies and gentlemen, I thought 27 was old. I thought 27 was old. When I was an undergrad at Alabama, and we would see people like 27 years old coming back to the campus, whether for games and stuff. Our group of thinking was thinking like, man, what is that old guy doing here? We called him old. 27 was a kid compared to where I am now. Looking back to where I am right now. So, but gosh, that went by so fast. So fast. It hit me that, man, I'm almost out of school, coming up on 40 years in 2028. 40 years, graduated from college. Do something with your presence. Do something. Make the decision right now that I'm at peace with myself about my past. I'm going to create a glorious present. You don't have the future. You can't go back to the past. All you have is the present. And as you create on that present, with right steps, day by day, you're walking into a very, very glorious future. One that you're going to be proud of. You took the time to make. And also, I want you to know, it's not too old. You're not too old. I don't care if you're getting started later. I don't care if you're my age, if you're younger, or if you're older. I don't care. You can start right where you are right now to improve the lot of your life and help improve a lot of other people's lives simply by making a decision. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button and share this stream. And you may want to listen to it again. I've said that time before, and I'll give you the reason. Because sometimes you need to listen to something more than once in order to really hear what is being said. You look at and hear the spirit behind the speaker. You got to learn to listen to the spirit behind the speaker. My job is nothing but to be a blessing to you. My goal is to want to see you achieve and endeavors that you want and whatever you want. But there are going to be certain foundational principles that you must apply, and you're going to have to look at that. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to know where you're going. You're going to have a positive self-belief, and you're going to have that constant pursuit of consistent action in order to get where you're trying to go. And you're going to have to be real with yourself. You can't fake yourself. You can't sit around there and be something that you're not. Either you're confident or you're not. Either you're walking in your victory or you're not. Or you're walking towards your victory or you're not. Don't forget this junk. Fake it till you make it. One of the worst things you could do to yourself is live a lie. No, be proud of where you are. Be proud of what you accomplished. Be proud of how far you come already. And keep building on that. And until you one day find a way to win also. We appreciate you. God bless y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day.